Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever it is where you are. Where I am, it's afternoon. I don't even know what time it is. 2:35. So, sorry. Um, I had posted an article a couple days ago written by someone who's been going to Mysore for a long time about how she feels about the situation that's going on there right now. Or not right now because the season's over. There are a lot of claims about her being addicted to drama, so she was just creating more drama. There's a lot of claims that she thought she should be certified most recently and never got that, so that might be kind of a sort of a sour grapes sort of an attitude. Um, I shared it on Facebook, and a lot of people commented on it. I know everyone thinks nobody uses Facebook anymore, but a lot of people use Facebook. And when I write on Facebook, I always get a lot of responses. I just posted it plain. I didn't write anything about it and saw what happened. And I started responding to everything. Not everything, but to most of the comments, giving kind of my 2 cents. And then I was in the middle of the night, kind of awake, getting ready to fall back asleep so I could get up early anyway for my practice and then teaching. And I pulled out my phone and I looked at it again and I thought, okay, so I have been really focusing on how yoga's chittavritti nirodha. Yoga is about the fluctuations in your mind getting calm and stopping. Maybe not stopping. I don't think you're ever supposed to stop thinking, but to have them to a point where you're able to observe the fluctuations and not let them suck you into the drama. And so then that says to me, yoga is about the state of mind. And if you're in a state of mind where your mind is, getting fluctuated, and your thoughts are driving you crazy, then you are not in a state of yoga. So why did I share this? And by sharing it and causing all these large discussions, am I helping to create some of the drama? And so I decided, yes, I am. So I deleted it. I started to write a post on Facebook again, and my laptop has decided to die on me. I can't get it to restart. So once I get paid, I have to take it in and get it taken care of because I'm not good at writing on my phone. Like this kind of writing is how I am on the phone. On the laptop, I can use all my 10 digits because I grew up in the era of typewriters and I learned how to type pretty fast. So that wasn't an option. So I decided, okay, I'll do a video. Probably nobody will watch it because I don't know if anyone watches them anyway. I just make them because they get the shit out of my head and out into the world. And if they're not in my brain anymore, then I feel a little bit more calm and I get uh, my vrittis cessated, you know. So by doing this post and allowing all this discussion and these not arguments, but they were starting to get a little bit, this opinion, that opinion, blah, 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 blah. I'm helping to add to the drama of the world that's going on around me. And I decided to delete it. So I did that. And then I woke up in the morning and I decided to write a post and then I couldn't do it. So I've had part of my day now, most of my day, and now I'm decided to make this video. If you're doing something and your mind is getting disturbed by it, most likely it's because it's not in alignment with what you're seeing as yourself, as your life, as the direction you want to go in your life, and you are having a little bit of a fight within yourself. Number one, this is a general opinion. I'm not going to tell a philosophy of how to notice these things, just my opinions. Because yoga is about getting your mind calmer, not about doing certain poses. Um, so the person who wrote the article can have whatever opinion they want. They can feel that way. They can also be, it can be true that they were feeling upset because they didn't get certified, or that they were feeling upset because they got injured in a adjustment in the class and they were trying to come and honor their teacher. They can feel upset for whatever reasons they want to. And if you know the Ashtanga community, you've seen this article and you know who I'm talking about. And I'm not really talking about her. I'm just talking about this whole idea of getting our minds calmer. So let her have that. She has it. That's her business. None of your fucking business. None of my emotions are your business. None of your emotions are my business. Unless you ask me to help you, then you make it my business a little bit. And if I got some techniques to help you, then I can do that. But if I didn't ask you, it's none of your business how I feel. So if I want to discuss it with you and I start it, well, then I've initiated it, and then I've got the vrittis going on in my brain. And that's also my choice, or your choice, whoever starts it. If I'm trying to stay in a state of yoga the majority of the time, and I am doing things that cause the vrittis to fluctuate in my mind, then I'm not trying to stay in a state of yoga. I'm trying to stay in a state of lila, drama, playing the drama, being in the play of life. And that's okay. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's your business. And I will dare say that I do it also. I'm one of those people. I don't mind a little drama, and I have enough techniques within myself that I can usually calm myself down and get out of it easily enough. But I don't mind having a heated discussion. I don't mind discussing philosophies. I don't mind getting into debates about things, about how I feel, about how you feel. I'm not here on this planet to try and convince anyone that the way I think is correct. Number two, that is not my job. My job is to feel how I feel and to live my life in alignment with that as closely as possible. And when I get out of alignment, to find my way back to alignment and live that way. My job is not to preach to you or to anyone else about how I feel. And unless you ask me how I feel, then I'll tell you. But if I'm trying to convince you that my way is right and your way is wrong, I believe, this is my belief, that that is wrong. That is sin. I don't believe in sin really, but that would be the closest thing to sin, because if someone has their own pattern of beliefs and own system of beliefs that they live by and they're happy with, and they ask your opinion, that's fine. If they want to know more about how you are, that's fine too. If they ask you to try and convince them to follow your train of thought or belief system, that's fine too. If they don't ask for any of that, you have no right and no business to do that. So this person can feel however they want to feel. I observed a lot of things while I was in Mysore. I was there for Sharat's funeral. I have said this before to people in person. I don't know if I said it in another video. I did make a couple videos about around the time he died. Being there when his body was getting burned and I was putting sandalwood chips on that burning body, Usha was pouring ghee on it. Everyone, a lot of people were there, gave me a lot of closure with him and with this whole process of his death, with this whole system of Ashtanga Yoga. Gave me a lot of closure around the rules and regulations I was choosing to follow that he had laid down. A lot of people were there, and then they left that day, that night, or the next day. A lot of people came in a week later or so and were there for these other programs that were going on. And they didn't feel that closure that I felt because they weren't there and saw his body begin to disintegrate as it was burning. Sharat was not in that body anyway, any longer. He had been at one point, and I was pretty close to him. I felt pretty close to him. But he was no longer in that body, and so they released the spirit from the body, and they burn it. That's the Indian system, the Hindu system. That's the way they do it. There's a specific set of rituals. They did all of that. His son partook in them. We were all there watching it and partaking in that. If you came later and you didn't get closure because you didn't see all that and experience it, then a lot of those people stayed when they announced they're going to keep the shala open. I didn't think the shala should stay open, but I understood that they wanted to do kind of a memorial for him and all that, and that's fine too. If they kept it open, I thought maybe they should keep it for free or for donations. It shouldn't have been paid as it was, but that's also my opinion. I have lots of opinions about what was going on there and a lot of things that I saw in a lot of the people that were there. I will say this: in the ashtanga community, I have a set of friends, and I'm friends with those people, and I will probably always be friends with the ones who I've been friends with for all these years. There's a newer generation of them that were coming, and I'm not going to say all of the people were like this, but it was like they had missed the heyday, and so they were grasping for everything, and they got authorized fairly quickly, so that made them feel like they had some authority in the way the system flows and moves. And I saw a lot of things from those kind of people that made me realize, no, I'm okay. I don't need to be involved with this community on the whole. I have my friends in the community, and that's who I'm sticking with. And it also made me think, in a very small way, maybe not so small, his death freed me from being required to follow this set of rules that he had laid down, how we're supposed to teach, how we're supposed to do things. I always believe that mostly that's the correct way anyway. That's why I teach that way. I also studied under Patabi's time and with some of the older teachers that he taught. So I have a pull toward doing that older fashioned way that is a little bit different than the way Shrat taught. But a little bit of both I have, and a little bit I follow one way for some people and another way for other people, depending on their abilities and what their goal is in how they're approaching it as a system of yoga or as just trying to do acrobatics. This article, though, is causing a lot of stir in the community and a lot of discussions. And me deleting my post of it has eliminated my discussions around the subject anymore, and that has made my mind again feel calm again. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is the yoga is to teach you how to dig into yourself, dig into your own being, into your own spirit, into your patterns of thought, into your patterns of feeling and how you deal with the emotions once you feel them, the sensations in your body when you're doing the asanas, how you are aware of when something feels wrong or when it feels okay, when it feels right, when it's the best it's ever felt, when it's the worst it's ever felt. So you have that level of awareness, that level of consciousness around these things. That is what you're supposed to focus on, not what's going on outside of you. So if you're not learning through the asana practice how to take your awareness and turn it inside, then that to me means you're not doing the breath, bandhas, and drishti, because those three things take you inside yourself and let you find a level of awareness you maybe didn't have before, or to deepen whatever level of awareness you did have before. And that's what's supposed to be happening, is you focusing on that. And when you have a thing come up in your mind, you can say, oh, I feel this way about that. And you can handle it. You can let it go. You can do whatever you want to with it. The yoga is not to show off for Instagram. If you're doing that, that's your business. I'm not, probably not following you anyway, because I don't care about that kind of stuff. It is to give you a deeper level of connection within yourself. Yoga is union. And then from that place, you teach someone else who comes to you to learn how to do that same thing, find that connection within themselves. You find that connection between one another and between each other in the room, and move into life with a deeper level of awareness, how to connect with people, how to connect with situations, how to connect with things. Not how to create segregation within yourself, not how to create segregation within the situations in your life. And if you're being distracted enough that you're coming outside of yourself and thinking about the differences between the two of you, then you have already missed the point of yoga, and there's maybe no hope for you to figure out how to get back into it. Maybe there is hope, and you keep doing it until you learn how to do that. Or if your teacher's not guiding in that direction, maybe they're not the right teacher for you. That's what it's supposed to be about. So I delete the article. I don't have to have the discussions anymore. People are still texting me a little bit about it. And if they ask my opinion, I'm telling them this is how I felt. I noticed this, I noticed that. That's it. I'm not continuing the discussion. For the most part, they've all just stopped. And that's okay. It's okay by me. Life is drama, and that's okay to have drama. But it's up to you to decide how much you want to be involved in creating the drama and perpetuating the drama in your life and in the lives of those people around you. And that's really what it's all about to me. So, I don't know. How do you feel? What do you think about it? If you didn't see the letter or the blog post, it's out there. You can find it just about anywhere. And if you want and you know my information, I can send it to you because I do have a link for it. But, that's your business. Okay? That's all I got to say. And I'll try and make another video pretty soon. All right? Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, good rest of your day. And I will talk to you soon. Ciao.